Hi there, everybody. Volume 5. And, I'm not gonna whine about how I'm feeling. It's an old issue by this point. Everybody who's been through this shit or is going through it knows how I'm feeling. Especially people stopped cold turkey on methadone. I'm completely past the acute withdrawal stage now, I believe, or mostly. I have a few the symptoms left, but it's not as bad. And that's all. On a sunnier note, I'm faced with a little bit of a conundrum. That's how I described it to somebody earlier tonight. That conundrum is this. My wife has been the source of all the meds that I've taken for the last 3.5 years. Now, she wasn't always a willing participant, but be that as it may, my failures so far to keep from relapsing are hinged directly to the fact that she has no choice but to keep taking these meds. This is a lifelong and progressive condition that she's got, this Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And it will probably only get worse over time. In fact, we've even made the move, or in the midst of making the move, from Southern to Northern California, a place that I mostly hate, but I'm doing it, trying to keep the family together. Anyway, we're making the move just in hopes that the cooler and more humid air up here will trigger in some arthritis for her and tighten things up to keep her joints from dislocating as bad, which means that her pain is going to be even greater, technically. So I'm afraid that this is going to be a forever thing for her. Holy shit, right? So what do? How do I be sober in that environment? Do I have to leave her? We've got 3 kids together. Wow. I don't always think about that question because it's wretched and kind of scary. And every time I consider it, I feel like I'm just being an asshole. Like, oh, you shouldn't have if you want to save your marriage, you shouldn't have a problem staying off her meds. Well, shit, guess what? Sometimes she'll fall asleep before she, even gets into taking the actiq swab that she's gotten ready to take, and she'll just let go of it, and it's laying here on the bed 2 feet from me, or 6 inches from me in some cases. Or sometimes it rolls right over against me. The only times I've ever refused that sort of a gift, have been relatively early after times that I've left for a while and come back clean. Yeah. I'm a great husband. And if there's anybody else out there who's been through something similar, for God's sake, drop a goddamn comment. So I'd love to hear somebody tell me that there's an option beyond leaving, that there's a better system, because locking that shit up, that doesn't help. Anybody that's been addicted, that's been an addict, knows that if you know where something is, you'll find a way to get it. By the way, anybody who's curious, this band that's playing right now is called Suidakra. It's Arcadia, it's spelled backwards. It's kind of a silly name, but it's a great goddamn song. You gotta love bagpipes with like the black metal style of music. It's beautiful. Anyway, yeah, that's my issue right now. And what's kind of funny is years ago, when I had, never touched any drug ever, and I found out that my father had been addicted to painkillers. I was like, wow, that's why he was such a dick. Yeah, well, it's a good thing I'm not that way. I'll never be that guy. Here I am. I'm the asshole. Just like my dad. Didn't think I had an addictive personality. But at least in some sense, I do. At least if I'm around the stuff, I do. Brings me back to that question. Do I have to leave in order to be sober? And at least then I can continue to be a good father to my kids, but my wife needs my help, with them at the very least, and ours has always been a funny kind of relationship anyway, on top of that. So shit. Other than that, I suppose things are going passably well, at least in the sense that time continues to move little by little. It's nearly midnight out here in the West Coast. So, I think my last update was around noon, my first one around 6 or so, I don't know, but yeah, I guess I'm closing in on the what would it just be, about the 4 full days? 4 full days? 72 hours is 3. 80, 90. Yeah, so sometime early in the morning or late at night, however you like to say it, I'll be hitting that 96-hour mark. Hopefully after that's all done, I will start feeling significantly better. That's my hope, because the post-acute withdrawal symptoms, they're not a constant thing. If you've ever been through it before, you're sometimes allowed some space for clarity or space to not feel as miserable. So, can't wait. Bye-bye.